Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and today we're talking about everything China. What the hell is happening in the Chinese market right now? There's so much to talk about. There's so many people talking about what is going on, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it in this video. We already see Baba up 11% today, which is really good news. And man, if you're staying loyal to the Baba, the JDs, the Tencents, man, I'm going to be with you for the 5 to 10 year future. So stay strong in this game. So let's get into it in this video as I talk about Chinese regulations. I talk about future delisting, auditing, man, what's happening with kind of the zero COVID policy, Chinese government getting people to invest more in pension funds, which means more into stocks. There's so much going on. So let's get into the first article. Global investors flee China fearing that risk eclipse rewards. This has been going on for many months. You see people are distrustful of China and they're just fleeing the market. It's crazy. The amount of outflows of Chinese companies has never been seen before, because with all the tech regulation, tech crackdown, the delisting fears, all of that, plus on top of that, the Russian-Ukraine war, what do you think is going to happen? People are fearing that the US government is going to literally put these sanctions like they did on Russia onto China, as people think China is with Russia and that China is going to invade Taiwan. So international investors are just fleeing the market. It's never been seen before. So that's what's happening when it comes to global investors, and that's why you see Tencent, JD.com, and Alibaba at the lowest point right now. It's crazy how low these companies are getting. Look at this. Since 2015, China stock benchmark is near the lowest since 2014 versus the world. So this is providing us with so much opportunity. And even Mohnish Pabrai just said that he loves Turkey right now. He thinks Turkey is the best market to invest because everyone is fleeing the market because they're afraid of inflation. So I'm seeing the same thing with China. Everyone's fleeing the market because of Chinese regulation, because of delisting fears. But even though the government is coming out and saying that is not happening, people are still running away. People are still fearful. So I think these are amazing prices to buy these companies, in my opinion. Do your own research. China in deep crisis, says Hong Kong private equity chief. So this guy thinks that Hong Kong, China is in a huge market decline, and private equity investors has criticized the Chinese government for policies that he sees have resulted in deep economic crisis. And we see that happening. I think this is the first time in 20 years that USA beat China in economic growth, and Xi Jinping is not liking that. So let's read some of the things that he said about China. Chinese economy at this moment is the worst shape in the past 30 years. I also think popular discontent in China is at the highest point in the past 30 years. You can see that all over online. People are saying, ew, China, why would you invest in China? China bad, you don't own the company, you don't own nothing. China feels to us like it's US and Europe in 2008. While we remain long-term confident in China's growth and the market potentials, we are very cautious towards China markets. This is what's happening even in the private field. People are just afraid to put their money into Chinese company. They're saying it's the worst time to invest in China. But anytime someone says that, my eyes are just like wide open and be like, people are fearful, and this is what Warren Buffett preaches. When people are fearful, that's when you be greedy, if you're being greedy in a good way. Because if you look 10 years down the road, China is on pace to become the biggest economy. Alibaba is the #1 e-commerce place. In 10 years, do you think Alibaba is going to sell more goods? Yes. In 10 years, do you think Alibaba is going to have more customers? Yes. So those are just two easy decisions. Like, do you think AliCloud is still going to be dominant? It's still going to produce 15 to 20% gains because more people are using the online sphere to get online. Companies are using that. So is that going to be bigger? Yes. So these are easy questions to ask yourself. So why worry about the short term when we know these things are guaranteed to happen? In my opinion, I think that's a guarantee that Alibaba will be bigger or sell more products 10 years from now. And they're on like some crazy, they have a crazy free cash flow yield. They're buying back their shares. They have a great management team and a great amount of businesses that they own. So it's just like a no-brainer for me. Like, it's just a no-brainer. China to end regulatory storm over big tech and give sector big role in boosting slowing economy. So this is what Xi Jinping is coming to. They're kind of coming together, talking about stopping all this regulation, tech crackdown, because they're competing. They're competing with US. They said they want to be the biggest economy. They want to beat US and grow faster. So they're actually giving incentives to the public to come out and buy more. They're actually giving them coupons. Like, that is crazy. So Beijing incentive is going crazy right now. They have a lot of incentives to give these e-commerce platforms, Tencent and ByteDance, like all of these, to just get bigger now because they want to see the economy grow. They don't want to keep easing off the economy. So that's a huge role. JD.com proposed a special dividend, shows it's confident on its business prospects. So even JD.com is giving out a dividend because they see how undervalued their company is. And this is just a random dividend. This is a special dividend because they're seeing what's happening in the market and they believe their company is way stronger than what the share price is presenting. China GDP pushing to beat US in GDP growth. That says it all to me. That is such a huge bullish signal. Like, that's incredible to think that this government is not satisfied with 4% growth, because USA I think had a 5.5% GDP growth. So he's just like, no, this is not happening. So as I said, he's getting together, getting all these regulators together to see how they can grow the economy. He's easing off all of this tech crackdown. He's actually putting more money into the system. He's easing off banks. He's saying you can lend out more money. He's trying to grow the manufacturing field, the e-commerce field, the tech field. He's trying to grow this right now. So is that a bullish signal? Him trying to come together and get people to spend more money on the economy? Come on, guys. China and US negotiation on-site audit checks as delisting looms. So China and US are coming together to take all this audit garbage out of there. Just working together. So you're seeing positive stuff, you're seeing the negative stuff, but the positive stuff. So the negative stuff is that people are fleeing the market, but I see that as a positive because that just gives us that just drives prices lower, which means that we can buy Baba at better prices, JD at better prices, Tencent at better prices. And then on the other side, I'm seeing the government trying to establish China as the most dominant economy and trying to get people to invest more into the economy. So where is this coming from? Like, where is the downside that I'm seeing? Look at this also. And then to end this, China to launch private pensions in bid to unlock vast savings stockpile. So now the government is incentivizing people to invest in the stock market through their pensions. You have to remember, the Chinese people don't like to invest in the stock market. People in the US invest so much money into the stock market. China, they use luxury goods, they use real estate to invest their money, and they have so much more money into the savings. So as people start to age and get over to 80s to the 70s to the 80s, they're going to have so much money, and the government is incentivizing them to put all that money into the stock market, to drive all the stock market, to have the Hong Kong Connect. Holy man, this is amazing. This is huge bullish signals again. So this is just a breakdown of what's happening in the Chinese economy, what's happening in the Chinese market. Are you bullish on China? Are you negative on China? Tell me what you think down below. Guys, like and subscribe to my channel. Peace!